So Gary, I heard you watched Brightburn.
No.
It's all with Marchese and Gunn. It's all with Marchese and Gunn.
Welcome to Horror with Marchese and Buller, where we don't always do horror, we do movie reviews too. Gary.
Hello.
So I haven't had the chance to see Brightburn, and I heard that you watched it. I heard it's like an anti-Superman. It's like what would happen if he was evil?
Yeah, it's like a play on the whole Superman thing. It seems to be quite a popular theme at the moment, what with The Boys coming out. But Brightburn is a story very similar to the Superman origins story, except if you could imagine Superman becoming evil, if he had childhood issues and the planet he came from weren't friendly, omnificent beings who wanted to help us poor little earthlings, but instead wanted to sort of kill us all. That's what it's about. What I would say is I know the reviews for the movie have been quite mixed, and I can see why. It is a slow burn. The first hour is more or less, like most origin stories, a little bit slow, and you show the upbringing of this boy, and he gradually becomes worse and worse. And what I kind of liked about it was there was no sort of one single event or anything that made this kid bad. It's a combination of this thing that they've got buried. I won't spoil, but they've got something buried in the underneath the floor of the barn in the basement. It's a combination of this thing talking to him. Just a few little tiny events throughout his life that just sort of make him become bad. But after the first hour, the movie turns into almost like a slasher film. It's very gory. Some of the ways that they dream up for this kid to kill people is really clever and quite horrific. Just imagine Superman could kill you. He could do it just like that.
Or like Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns into a full-blown horror film at the end, and it sort of hints at a sequel at the very end. There's like a post-credit thing as well. I kind of like the little play on thing. The film's called Brightburn because it's set in a county called Brightburn, but it's all alliteration. BB is everywhere as opposed to sort of, the Superman S or whatever. It's BB, 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 and I think the kids, I can't remember the name, they give him Brody something, but you see BB all the way through it. So that's kind of clever as well. So I'd definitely, if you like superhero films, you like something a little bit darker, and you like something gory, then you probably like Brightburn, but you need to sit through that first hour to get the payoff.
It kind of reminds me of Watchers from Dean Koontz, where maybe that thing talking to him in the barn is turning him, like, he's like the grenade, and then that thing kind of sets him off, sort of like how that just reminded me of the monster that's seeking out the dog, and then it's destroying everything in its path.
The thing in the basement, I don't think it's a spoiler to say it's from the planet that the kid's from. It's what he landed in. There's obviously some sort of residual energy or being. You don't hear English words spoken to. It's like this weird sort of almost Cthulhu sort of, these weird things coming to him in his head. Here's his voice. He's good, man. But I can see why people give it average to middling reviews, because
it turns into just a horror film.
And you got it's like two films almost. It's like you got an hour of sort of build up, and then suddenly it's Michael Myers with superpowers. So I definitely recommend it. I'd give it 4 out of 5.
Well,
Brilliant.
On that note, what did you think? Did you see it already? Do you want to see it because of Gary's testimony to the film? Do you want to see it just because I'm sitting here and just listening to Gary?
Yeah. you think it's going to be Brightburn or a dull flicker? Yeah, I'm on phone tonight.
See you next time.
It's all with Marchese and Gunn. It's all with Marchese and Gunn.
Okay, that'll be the beginning. Well, welcome to Horror with Marchese and Buller, where we don't always do horror, we do movie reviews too. We can do anything we want. It's just two horror writers. That's why you have the horror thing in there. So, we happen to love horror and we talk about things like that. So, Gary.
Hello.
You, but I haven't had the chance. Hold on one second. That's better. So I haven't had.
It is a slow burn. Get through there. You can see it. Yeah, it's a bit of a...
Happen if he was evil or something, and
yeah.
Kick-Ass. How
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that was kind
it's
of.
just, but yeah, and it turns into a full of, these weird things coming to him in his head.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
No!
I swear that'll be the only one.
It's gonna be 4 out of 5. Woof. Oh, Gary.